What's going on, everybody? My name is Alex Sibla, and I own a Tesla Model 3 as of last November. And since I've owned the car, I've put almost 5,000 miles on it. Actually just checked, and I'm at 4,986 miles. One of the biggest questions I get is how expensive is this car? And today I'm going to be talking about the total cost of ownership over these past 5,000 miles. So first let's look at depreciation, and I calculated this by looking at the cash price of the car when I actually took delivery and compared that to the market value of the car right now, basically what it's worth in cash if I were to go and sell it right now. So total cost in cash of the car at delivery was $52,800, and that includes the price of the car, all the different options I got, and the taxes as well. So then when I went on to Kelley Blue Book, I entered in all of my car's information, and it averaged out at about $45,000. So depreciation obviously took a big hit here, lost about $7,800, and if you know anything about cars, you know that they depreciate the most when you first buy them, so this is not unexpected at all. And this depreciation cost will eventually level out, and Teslas historically hold their value extremely well. I was actually looking at buying a used Model S before I bought my Model 3, but the price of the Model 3 was still cheaper than a Model S that I would have liked to own, so I went ahead and bought a brand new car for basically the same price as a 5 or 6 year old Model S. So moving on to maintenance and repairs, as many of you know if you follow my channel, electric vehicles have very little maintenance cost and are extremely easy to own. So since I've owned the car, I've had to have a couple things replaced. I had some trim issues on the front driver's side speaker. There was a trim kind of separating from the window and was causing some wind noise on the highway. I also had some trim issues on the rear passenger seat, some trim separating from the interior of the car. Luckily, the Tesla mobile service tech was able to come out and fix both of those, and both of those were covered under the new vehicle warranty, which is 4 years and 50,000 miles. This basically covers any kind of errors in workmanship that are hurting the car in any way. So if there's trim issues or something isn't working right on the car, they will come out and replace it for free. So when they were actually doing that repair, there was an issue. They actually had to take my entire driver's side door off, and the tech was very apologetic, but came out and said, basically when he was trying to get the door off, he dropped it a little bit and actually scratched some of the interior. And luckily he was able to get the entire door replaced for free. So I now have a brand new door on my driver's side, and those really have been the only issues I've had. And again, they're all covered for free under that new vehicle warranty. So I really haven't had to worry about anything. What I'll be curious to see is over the next 45,000 miles, what other kind of things go wrong and what I might need to get replaced. But so far I haven't had any major issues. So total cost of all my maintenance and repairs was $0. And that brings us to charging. Another big question mark from people I hear that are looking at buying an electric vehicle is how much is charging? I know it doesn't take gas, but how much is that charging going to cost comparatively? As some of you know, I live in an apartment right now and I do not charge at home, so I can't calculate what it costs in my electric bill to charge my car. I actually charge for free at work during the week. So all of my driving throughout the week is completely paid for through my work, and I am very grateful for that. But outside of work, obviously, I do need to charge when I'm traveling, and maybe I stop somewhere and they have charging, and I will just plug in to convenience charge. So looking back at my credit card bills, I calculated the total cost of supercharging has been $51.07. And I've actually had to stop paying for supercharging, thankfully, because some of my subscribers have used my referral code and earned 1,000 miles of free supercharging, but I also get those free miles. So far I've earned about 6,000 miles of free supercharging. So all of my supercharging over the next 6,000 miles is being covered by my referrals. So thank you so much if you use my referral code. I'll have that link down below if you want to get in on those free miles. Outside of Tesla supercharging, I have also used Chargepoint. That's really the only other network that I have plugged in with and actually had to pay to charge. And the total cost of that has only been $4.68. So that brings the total cost of charging to take my car 5,000 miles to $55.75, which if you drive a gas car, maybe one that has a big tank and has low miles per gallon, you probably pay that much just to fill up your tank once. So the cost of charging here is incredibly cheap. But obviously I'm in a rare case here where my work has free chargers available. So once I do move into a house and I have charging at home, I will calculate all of my charging costs there and follow up on this video. That brings us to registration and fees. So when you first buy a Tesla, all of the vehicles have to pay $1,200 documentation and delivery fee. That covers transportation from the Fremont factory all the way to your location. It also covers all of the registration and documentation that the Tesla Service Center has to do. And that is just a one-time payment when you first take delivery of the car. But this also covers registration for the next year in Ohio, so I'm all set for the rest of the year in terms of car registration. So up next is my insurance. If you've been following me for a while, you know my old car was a 2014 Scion FRS. And luckily with the Model 3, I'm paying about the same in insurance, and that amount is $1,646 per year. But over these first 5,000 miles, I did like a little prorates of what it cost me just these past 5,000 miles, and that came to $414.88, so not too bad. Outside of that, I also purchased some accessories for the car. The major thing I bought was some floor mats, just because winter is coming up and I didn't want to completely ruin this brand new interior. So I also bought some floor mats from Tesla for $195. After taxes, that was $209.63. So now if we add all that together, we get a total cost over the first 5,000 miles of $9,680.26. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the major chunk of that is from that depreciation, and unfortunately that's something that all cars have. Unfortunately, I'm just going to take a big hit in depreciation over this first year. That's just a fact of owning a car. That about wraps it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you think I missed anything here or have any other questions about the cost of Tesla ownership, please let me know down in the comments below. I love answering questions about my car and EV ownership in general. And if this helped you out in your Tesla buying process at all, please consider using my referral code down in the description. You get 1,000 miles of free supercharging, and so do I, so you can help cover your own road trips and also mine. It really helps me out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.